In our first video, we learned how to set up a site in iWeb. Now that we have our site set up, it's time to add some more pages. When we created our site, we automatically created the welcome page that's the first page to our site. To add more pages to the site, click on the Add Page button in the bottom left of the iWeb window. This brings up the template chooser that we were in before. In the interest of consistency, it's probably best to keep with the same theme that you used for your first page. Of course, you can live dangerously and add things from different themes if you want, but we're going to stay with the darkroom theme for our website. We've already added a welcome page, so now we're going to add an About Me page. So I click About Me, and then I click Choose. The About Me page appears in our editor, and now if you look at the sidebar here, we've got two pages. We've got our welcome page that we started with, and now we also have our About Me page. If I wanted to rename one of these pages, all I do is double click in here and I can change my welcome page to Home. Notice that iWeb automatically changes it in the navigation links on the top of our page. Now that I've got the page created, now I want to probably customize the page somewhat. So in my home page, I can double click on the title, and instead of calling it Evan's World, let's call it 7th grade science class. You can do the same thing with any of the other text boxes. Just double click and replace the text. If you don't want a text box, you can just select it and click Delete. The placeholder photos are just as easy to replace. If you want to do some photo changes, what you can do is you can click on this Show Media button in the bottom right, and it brings up the media browser. We'll go into more detail in terms of adding media from other iLife applications in the next video, but for now, we can add photos from our iPhoto library by clicking on the Photos tab on the top, and then choosing some photos that appear. So we'll take this one and we'll drop it in there. I like that one alright. And let's see, we'll take that one and drop it there. And this one and this one. So now that we've got our photos in there, we can tweak them a little bit. I'm not so happy with this one because my head's cut off at the top. So I'm going to click on this and I'm going to edit the mask. This allows me to drag the photo down in the screen, or in the window, so that I just see the part of the photo that I like. And I can click out of there when I'm done editing that. If I want to make other edits to these photos, I can click on the inspector to change some of the properties. I click on the photo I want to edit, and then I make sure that the graphic tab is selected. Now I don't especially like this frame or line around the photo, which is called the stroke, so I'm going to get rid of that in the inspector. With the photo selected, I choose stroke and I change it from line to none, and now it's gone. I want to do the same thing with these other three photos, so I'm going to click on the first one and then shift click on the next one and the next one, and then I can remove the stroke from all three at the same time. I like that a little bit better. Now, I also want to add a reflection underneath these photos because I think it looks cool. So I'm going to select the photo, click Reflection. I also want to add reflection to these two photos, so I'll click there, shift click there, and choose Reflection. So it's as easy as that to customize the page to add your own content. If you want to add additional content, you can click down in the bottom toolbar here, and you can choose to add a text box and type text in it. Once you've added your text box, you can drag it anywhere on the screen. You can change the fonts by selecting the font you want to change and clicking on the Fonts panel and then just choosing a different font. You can do the same thing with changing colors by clicking on Colors and selecting a different color for your text. Again, if you want to delete an object, just click it and hit delete. You can also add shapes from the shape button down here. There's an arrow. And you can change the shape of the arrow, you can drag it, you can change the color, all those things. So it's as easy as that to customize your pages. If you want to add additional pages, just go ahead and click Add Page, and you can choose any of the template pages in your darkroom theme. We're not going to do that right now, so we'll click Cancel. So that's how to add and customize pages in iWeb.